12, Booker Busher.
And your officials tonight are Mr. Leary, Mr. Black, and Mr. Garthwaite.
Looks like the tip-off tonight is going to be between Busher and Rickard. Tip-off goes Darlington way. Zuberbuehler with the catch. He's going to get it off the floor. Already met with tough defense from Ira Grant. He gets it to Busher, but stolen away by Ira Grant already. And they're going to lay it in for two. Booker and Busher taking it out of bounds up to Guiley. Down to Paisley. Back to Paisley. He takes the three ball. No good. Rebounded by Darlington. Partially tipped away. I think it's going to be out of bounds off Ira Grant. Zuberbuehler with the inbound. He gets it into Guiley. Up by the three-point line in the corner. He dribbles in. Over to Glendenning. Going down to Paisley in the corner. Thinks about three, doesn't take it. Guiley down to Glendenning. Good dip down to Paisley, and he puts it in. Ira Grant getting the ball across the floor, number 2. Hands off to 34. Back up to number 3. Back down to number 2. He has a nice cut in baseline. Goes around Zuberbuehler, unable to finish. Nice shot though, rebounded by Busher. Busher pushing up the ball. All the way over to Paisley in the corner. Thinks about three ball, doesn't take it though. Drives in the lane. Dips it down to Zuberbuehler, and he puts it in for 2. Ira Grant already rebounded the ball, coming up the floor. Number 2 with the basketball. Met with a little pressure but handles it. Comes across over by the three-point line. Takes a spin move in the lane. I think it's tipped away by Paisley, rebounded by Zuberbuehler. He brings it up the floor. Hands off to Busher off the screen. Three ball. And is good. Booker Busher with the three ball. Assisted by Zuberbuehler. Ira Grant into number 4. He bringing it down the floor. Met with a little pressure but handles it. He's up at the top of the key with the ball. Thought about handing off to number 3. Looks for the drive. Kicks out to 34. 34 serving. Up to number 3. 3 with the crossover. Fake up. Tries the jumper, and it's good. Rolls in. That was Everett Paisley with the 3 ball. Bounces off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Glendenning. Glendenning dumps it back down to Paisley. Guiley out on the wing. He drives. Goes up. A little bit of tap. Doesn't go in. Rebounded by 34 for Ira Grant. Ira Grant pushing the other way. Oh, he's up ahead on the floor. Number 1 with the fake out. Tipped away by Darlington. Recovered by Guiley. Guiley pushes up to Glendenning. Glendenning with the 3 ball. Rims out. Rebounded by Busher. Busher trying to get position. Unable to. Throws out to Guiley. And we're going to get a foul here against Ira Grant.
Looks like the foul will be on number 3. His first, team's first.
Ira Grant playing some tough defense right away. Good sign by the Panthers. Paisley the inbounder. Gets it into Guiley on the 3-point line. He drives. Back out to Paisley. He takes the 3 ball, top of the key. And it's good. Kagan Paisley with the 3 ball. Ira Grant number 4 inbound to number 2. Pushed up the floor, guarded by Zuberbuehler. Zuberbuehler falls down. Dumb down at number 3. Just escapes through his hands. Guiley with the ball, trying to chuck it down the court to Zuberbuehler, but a little bit too far. Good look by Guiley, just a little bit too strong. It's going to be Ira Grant basketball. Darlington is going to press here. Number 4 into number 34. Gives it back, number 4. Bringing it down the floor. Pressure by Zuberbuehler. Gets in front of him, though. Handles it. Tries to go in the drive. And the jumper is good. Good take by number 4 for Ira Grant. Grant Rickard. Busher going to take it down for the 3 ball. And it's good. Rattles at home. Booker Busher. Ira Grant already trying to get back down the floor for the next shot. Number 4 bringing it down the court for Ira Grant. Avoids the defense over to 34 at the top of the key. Oh, before wasn't looking. And they throw the ball away.
If you didn't already know, Booker Busher is only 26 away from 1,000 points.
Guiley bringing the ball down the floor for Darlington. Out to Glendenning in the corner. He takes the 3 ball. Just off the side of the rim. Busher with the rebound. Puts it up. No good, but he is going to draw the foul on this one.
Looks like the foul will be on I. Grant, number 4, Grant Rickard. His first, team second.
Iowa Grant playing some tough defense right out of the gate.
I agree. They're trying to lock down those Darlington shooters.
Yeah, Darlington with some good ball movement right out of the gate. I think they're going to need that tonight. Iowa Grant with the inbound 4 to 34. He bringing it down the floor. Guarded by Zuberbuehler. A little bit of trouble, but he gets across. A little bit of pressure. Trying to get through. Gives it up to 34 at the top of the key. Over to 3 on the other side. Gives it back. He's going to drop it down. We're going to get a foul.
Looks like the foul is going to be on number 5, Zeke Zuberbuehler. His first, team's first.
34 with the inbound. Going up to number 4. Trying to post up here on Busher. Gives it up to number 3. He goes and drives in. He gets the layup to go and is fouled.
Looks like number 3 will get the and 1. Fouls on number 1, Tag Guiley. His first, team second.
Big substitution here for the Redbirds. You can see Fitzsimons, O'Brien, and Paxton Paisley enter the game for the Redbirds. 3's for shot and is good. He completes his 3-point play. O'Brien up to Fitzsimons, Zuberbuehler all the way down to Paisley. Busher on the block, sees some little bit of pressure. Back out to Zuberbuehler, over to O'Brien. He takes the 3 ball. Off the side of the rim, rebounded by Iowa Grant. They're pushing it the other way. Partially loses it, regains possession across half court. 2 over to number 3. He drives. Number 4 at the top looks to shoot, drives anyway. Trying to get a spin move. Number 1 takes the 3 ball. Just off. 34 with the rebound. Puts it back up and is good. Nice rebound by 34 for Iowa Grant, getting them second chances. Fitzsimons over to Paisley.
Looks like it's going to be a travel, number 2, Paxton Paisley.
Iowa Grant with some good ball movement. Same with the Redbirds, really moving this ball around, giving people, each person a chance. Iowa Grant with the inbound. Over to number 3. He takes it up the floor, guarded by Fitzsimons. 3 gets it across for Iowa Grant. That's number 5 and down in the corner. Up to 34 at the top of the key. Goes down to number 3 in the corner again. He tries to take the 3 ball. Deep 3. It's no good. Rebounded by O'Brien. He pushes the ball. O'Brien looking to score in the lane. Turn up and over. No good. Rebounded by number 3 for Iowa Grant. Pushing it down the floor, looking for the wide open layup. And he gets it to go. O'Brien down to Fitzsimons, going the other way. Fitzsimons up to Busher at the top. Looking down to O'Brien. Trying to post up down below. Over to Paisley. Back to O'Brien. Fakes it out to Fitzsimons. O'Brien with the finish. Nice move by Grady O'Brien. Number 2 for Iowa Grant into number 3. He takes it up the floor. Gets it across. Good ball handling by number 3 for Iowa Grant. Seeing a lot of pressure right here at the start. Down to number 34 in the corner. He tries to drive baseline, gets stuck. We're going to get a travel call on number 34 for Iowa Grant.
Looks like we have a sub, number 4, Grant Rickard, coming in for the Iowa Panthers.
Busher into Fitzsimons. Simons bringing it down the court, gets a half court. Paisley over to Zuberbuehler. He sees some pressure at the top. It's double teamed actually. We're gonna get a foul called.
Looks like the foul is on number 4 from Iowa Grant. Grant Rickard, his second, team's third. Looks like we're gonna get a sub. Number 10, Connor Larson for the Redbirds.
Larson with the ball, takes about the 3, dumps it down to Paisley. Back up at the 3-point line. Fitzsimons at the top of the key with the ball. Tries to drive, kicks out to Paisley. O'Brien in the lane. Dumps it down to Larson, no good. Larson mid-range, and we're going to get looks like a 3-second call. Get to get Grady O'Brien. Iowa Grant playing some tough defense out here right away.
They're going to have to if they want to lock down those shooters for Darlington.
Number 4 bringing up the ball for Iowa Grant. Darlington did back off the press. They're just meeting them at half court now. Good ball handling by number 4. Kicks out to 34 on the perimeter. Number 3 with the deep shot. Just off the side of the iron. Ball was partially possessed by Iowa Grant, but then gets knocked away. Down to Fitzsimons. Up to Paisley. Paxton Paisley with the finish on the other side of the court. We're getting a timeout called by Iowa Grant. Looks like it's a full timeout.
What are you seeing so far from both teams?
I think Iowa Grant's having some good ball movement. I think they just need to finish their shots. They're getting some good looks. They just got to finish. And then they're right in this game. And Darlington with the fast break. You know, Darlington likes to play their offense and defense very fast. So just hustling back down the court to play defense.
I agree. This game has already been fast-paced. Again, back to Broker Busher. He has already scored 8 of his 26 points that he needs to get to 1,000 points.
Busher only a junior for Darlington. Carries a lot of load after they lost a big crowd of seniors last year.
If he reaches 1,000 points to that will be a huge milestone for him tonight.
You know, top performer for Iowa Grant, Everett Zimmer. We've already seen him drive in the lane. He's getting some good looks already. He already had the and one. Looking for a lot of scores from him tonight as well.
He currently is Iowa Grant's top leader with 9 points out of the 13 points scored.
If Iowa Grant just to get some second chance shot, I think they'll be right back in this. Taking some risky shots, which is very good in this type of situation of a game.
I feel like they need to start taking some more shots from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they found success with that early, so I think they need to use that to their advantage. And we're back from the timeout. It's going to be Iowa Grant basketball. Number 4 for Iowa Grant inbounding the ball. Gets it over number 1, guarded by O'Brien. Back number 4, guarded by Busher. 4 bringing it down the floor, gets it across half court. 4. Partially gets around Busher, almost loses it, but regains possession. Over to number 1. Number 1 trying the drive. Fake turns. Good move by number 1. Landon Friesen. O'Brien into Busher. He takes it up half across the court. Over to Larson. Larson down to Paisley in the corner. Dumps it down to O'Brien on the baseline. Tries to turn and get the shot, but met with some pressure. Larson with the 3 ball. And it is good. Larson with the 3-point basket. Number 4 bringing it across for Iowa Grant. 3 over on the wing. Number 1 at the top of the key with the ball now. Looking for the drive. Turns. Partially loses it. Regains possession. Met with a little bit of pressure by Darlington. Gets it back to number 2. Number 2 looking to drive. Spins out backed up. Number 1 top of the key. Number 1 drives. Kicks it out to number 3 on the wing. Back to number 1 at the top of the key. Good defense by Darlington right here as number 1 gets down in the lane. So number 3 on the outside getting the ball down to number 2. He takes the 3 ball. And it does rattle in. Number 2 with the 3 ball, Sam Lund.
Coming in for the Redbirds, number 5, Zeke Zubler, and number 3, Kagan Paisley, and for the Iowa Grant Panthers, number 34, Treaton Laufenholtz.
Good defense by the Redbirds on that last possession, really holding Iowa Grant. Paisley into Fitzsimons, back to Paisley. He takes the 3 ball right away. Too short, rebounded by Iowa Grant. Iowa Grant, number 4, bringing it down the floor. He gets a crowd pass. O'Brien tips it away, but he's going to get called for the reach.
The foul will be on number 11, Grady O'Brien, his first, team's 3rd.
Fouls have been pretty even so far. There's not really any team in foul trouble. Number 4 with the inbound for Iowa Grant. Gets it in number 1, guarded by Larson. Over to number 2. He's coming up from the backcourt. Number 2, guarded by Paisley. Gets it over to number 3 on the wing. Number 4 trying to post up on O'Brien. Turns. And is good. Nice move by number 4, Grant Rickard for Iowa Grant. O'Brien pushing the ball down. Gets it to Paisley. Back up to O'Brien. Over to Larson. Thinking about the 3. Doesn't take it. Over to Fitzsimons with the drive. Fitzsimons with the floater. No good. Rebounded by Larson. Larson takes the jumper. No good as well. Tipped away by Darlington again. O'Brien over to Paisley. Back to O'Brien. O'Brien over to Larson. Larson for the 3 ball. No good off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Iowa Grant. Number two for Iowa Grant. Sam Lund looking up the floor trying to make the pass. Number 1, Landon Friesen. Just a little bit out of bounds. That was a good look by him, though.
In for the Redbirds, number 12, Brooker Busher.
Busher with the ball over to Larson. Larson thinking about the 3. Down to Fitzsimons in the corner. He takes the 3. Just rattles out. We're going to get a foul.
Looks like the foul will be on number 12, Brooker Busher. His first, team's 4th. Number 1, Tad Guiley comes in for the Redbirds.
I like that effort by Iowa Grant trying to push the basketball up, make the Redbirds run a little bit more. Number 4 for Iowa Grant inbounding the ball, 34. He takes it for a few seconds and tries to get it back to number 4. Over to number 2. Darlington putting up the pressure again. 2 down to 1 in the baseline. Trying with the drive, guarded by Guiley. Back up to 34 at the top. He tries the drive. It was a good drive, but just a little bit too soft. Didn't quite go in. Guiley with the rebound. He tries the drive. Knocked away by number 34. And we're going to get a foul.
Foul will be on number 34, Treaton Lawful-Holt. His first, team's 4th.
Good hustle by 34. He got all the way down to try and make this drive down here, then all the way back to block that shot.
Number 1, Tad Guiley shooting free throws. First one, no good. Number 0, Dante Glendenning in for the Redbirds.
Birds trying to get a lot of fresh feet out here. We've been seeing a lot of subs from Darlington.
Second basket for Guiley is good.
Number 4, the inbounder to 34. Back to number 4, taking it up the floor. Number 4, guarded by Busher. I think he's looking to drive, but trying to survey his defense a little bit. Number 4 trying to get his number 2, guarded by Paisley. Good defense by Paisley. Number 2 on the arc. Back to 34. Over to number 2 again on the other side. Number 2 surveying the defense, trying to get something going here. Number 3 looks for the shot. Goes in for the drive and the layup. A little bit too strong. Good shot, though.
Looks like it would be foul on number 34 from Iowa Grant. Treaton Lawful-Holt, his second, team's 5th.
I like the aggression by Iowa Grant. Guiley into number 3. Back, Kagan Paisley. Back over to Guiley. 1 step. Pushes out to Busher for the 3. No good. Rebounded by Iowa Grant. Number 2 for Iowa Grant taking it down the floor. Number 2 over to number 4. 4 working around the arc. Over to number 34 at the top of the key. 34 with the drive. Gets it partially knocked away by Glendenning. Ball secured by number 2 for Iowa Grant. He looks for the drive. Turns. Gets the jumper. No good. Bounces off. Rebounded by Guiley. Paisley taking the ball down the floor. Looks for the drive. Gets it in there. And we're going to get a foul.
Foul will be on number 34, Treaton Lawful-Holt. That's his 3rd foul already. Team 6.
Nice ball movement by Darlington to start as well. They're really shooting the ball well tonight.
First 3 for Paisley is good.
Your score currently is Darlington 24, Iowa Grant 20.
Second free throw is good.
We're getting a timeout for Iowa Grant. Looks like a 30-second timeout.
I'd like to do some shout-outs to our band directors, Mrs. Curry and Miss Lefebvre. Also shout-out to our media team, Mr. and Mrs. Wolf, Brandon Reyes, Brianna Nethery, and Carmen Mora. Thank you for all that you do.
I think I'd like to see the Redbirds get a little bit more inside. I feel like they're a really good shooting team, but I'd like to see them work inside a little bit more. And then for Iowa Grant to do the opposite and take more outside shots.
I agree. Darlington is locking down those lanes for Iowa Grant, but Iowa Grant is doing good at surveying their defense and finding those open spots.
Yeah, a lot of good shots being taken by both teams, just unable to finish on some. As Iowa Grant takes the ball out of bounds, number 4. Darlington with the press again. 4 over to 34, back to number 4. He brings it up the floor, guarded by Busher. Gets into the lane. Takes it out to number 1 with the 3 ball. No good. Rattles out. 34 with the rebound. Tries to get the reverse layup. No good. Rebounded by Guiley over to Glendenning. Glendenning bringing the ball on the floor. Back up to Guiley, top of the key. Over to Paisley on the other side. He takes the 3 ball. And it is good. Kagan Paisley with the 3 ball. Number 4 for Iowa Grant bringing it down the floor. He's done some good ball handling as this night progresses so far. 4 over to number 3 in the lane, looking for a shot, no good. Over to number 1 on the side of the arc. Number 2 up towards the half court mark. I think he's surveying the defense, trying to set something up here. Number 2 guarded by Paisley, over to number 4 on the other side, guarded by Busher. He tries to drive. Good ball handling by Iowa Grant. Oh, but it's tipped away by Broker Busher. He's going to take it down to the other lane for 2. More for the inbounder again for Iowa Grant. Taken away by Zuberweiler. He turns and bounces it off somewhere for Iowa Grant.
And for the Redbirds, number 24, Ryder Fitzsimons. And the Panthers, number 5, Maddox Fisher.
It's going to be Darlington basketball as it did go off an Iowa Grant player. Zuberweiler into Busher. Hands it off back to Zuberweiler. He's met with some pressure by number 3. Back up to Busher at the top. He's dealing with the double team. Over to Paisley. Down to Fitzsimons, over to Glendenning in the corner. He's going to take the 3-ball shot. And it is good by Dante Glendenning.
Redbirds firing off those 3-point shots.
Number 2 bringing the ball down the floor for Iowa Grant. Guarded by Paisley. He's able to make it across. Surveying the defense. Number 2 hands it off to number 1, up to 34 at the top of the key. Over to the other side, over to number 3. He drives back up to number 1 at the top. Number 1 looking to drive. He gets in the lane. Pump fake.
So there will be a foul on the Redbirds. Number 0, Dante Glendenning, his first.
This foul's going to be on the ground.
Team's 5th.
34, the inbounder. He's going to get it over to number 3. Taken away by Zuberweiler over to Fitzsimons. Fitzsimons all the way down to Paisley. It's tipped away by Iowa Grant, though. Nice look by the Redbirds, but taken away by Iowa Grant. Good defense on their part. Number 2, Iowa Grant with the ball right now. Working on Paisley, trying to get in the lane. He spins. He gets the jumper. Just rattles out. Broker Busher with the rebound. Over to Fitzsimons on the other side. He drives. Kicks it out to Glendenning. Him the 3-ball again. And it is good again. Dante Glendenning with the 3-ball. Number 2 taking it down the court for Iowa Grant. He's going to drive all the way there. Nice dish down by Iowa Grant to number 5. Out to number 3. He takes the shot. And it is good. Number 3, Everett Zimmer with the 3-ball. Nice ball movement by Iowa Grant. That was a great pass. Busher over to Glendenning, down to Paisley on the other side. Back into Glendenning on the down by the block, but it's tipped away by, I believe, 34 for Iowa Grant, and then we're going to get a foul.
The foul is number 34, Treaton Lawfulholt. I believe that's his 3rd, team's 7th.
Not something that Iowa Grant wants to see right now with him in foul trouble.
Number 0, Dante Glendenning to the free throw line. First one's good.
Iowa Grant with 7 fouls right now, and Darlington with 5. Darlington is in bonus. Looks like there's going to be confusion. I think Paisley is wiping up a wet spot on the floor. Second free foul for Glendenning is good. Number 2, the inbounder for Iowa Grant. Oh, excuse me, number 5 hands off to number 2. Number 2 bringing it up the floor, guarded by Paisley. He's going to survey his defense. All the way over to number 3. Looking for the drive. Pulls back, but guarded by Zuberweiler. Over to number 5 on the wing. Hands it back to number 3. He's looking for the inside shot. Can't get it. Over to number 1 outside. Number 1 guarded by Glendenning. Hands it off to number 5. We're going to get another foul here.
Look at the foul will be on number 12, Broker Busher, his 2nd, team's 6th.
I like the patience by Iowa Grant, not rushing any shots or really surveying the defense, trying to look for the right opportunity right here.
Number 1, Tad Kiley comes in for the Redbirds.
And then Darlington with the good defense, not letting them take a shot to score. Number 3 with the basketball for Iowa Grant, top of the key. Hands off to number 2, close to the half-court mark, guarded by Paisley. He's looking for the drive, spins, and gives it back to number 5 outside. Over to number 3. He turns, other way, going to number 1. Hands off to number 2. He takes the 3-ball, deep shot. Off the back iron. It's going to hit the wire up top. Was rebounded by Darlington. It's going to be their basketball anyway.
Number 4 comes in for the Panthers, Grant Rickard.
Glendenning over to Fitzsimons. Fitzsimons taking the ball up the floor. Fitzsimons looking for someone. Over to number 1, Guiley. Zuberwheeler in lane, kicks out to number 3, Paisley. And the 3-ball shot from him is good once again. Darlington loving the 3-ball tonight. Number 4, Iowa Grant taking it down the floor. Going to get over to number 3. If you're thinking about the 3-ball, doesn't take it. Over to number 2. Down to number 4 in the corner. He's going to go across all the way over to number 1, guarded by Glendenning. Close half court mark, gets it all the way down by the lane. We're going to get a travel call here. Looks like travel call was against number 1, Landon Friesian, and we're going to get a timeout by Darlington here. Great defense by both teams. Both teams really locking in on this defense.
I agree. Both teams are playing pretty aggressive tonight, but a little bit too aggressive, seeing as Darlington has 6 fouls and Iowa Grant has 7 fouls, both in bonus.
Yeah, we already have one person, I believe, in Iowa Grant that has some foul trouble, number 34, Treaton Lawful-Holtz.
He currently has 3 right now.
Not something Iowa Grant wants to see still in the first half. Darlington loving the 3-ball tonight. I feel like that's been the most success for them so far. See if that continues. I'd like to see that happen for Iowa Grant down their way. Like I said before, Iowa Grant taking some good shots. They're just not falling yet.
Hopefully they'll have some better luck in the second half.
2 minutes to go in your first half. Current score, Darlington 41, Iowa Grant 23. Glendenning, the inbounder. It is interesting. Iowa Grant is pressing. You do not see, Darlington is pressing. You do not see Iowa Grant up pressing yet. We'll look for that maybe to change. Glendenning into Fitzsimons. He takes the ball on the floor. Over to Guiley on the corner. Guiley looking inside. Over to Glendenning on the corner. He takes the 3-ball. No good. Rebounded by Glendenning. Down to Fitzsimons in the other corner. He takes the 3-ball. Just rattles out. Rebounded again by Darlington. Tag Guiley. Guiley in the lane. Puts it in for 2. Good rebounding by Darlington, giving them multiple chances. Number 4, Iowa Grant taking him down the floor. Guarded by Fitzsimons. Number 4 for Iowa Grant, still trying to get into the lane. Hands off to number 1. Guarded by Glendenning. I'm trying to get it to number 2, but he's guarded by Paisley. Over to number 3. Trying to drive inside. Hands off to number 2. Down in the corner, guarded by Paisley. Trying to get inside. Gets on the baseline, hands it out to number 5. He's going to take the shot. Just off in front of the iron. Rebounded by Paisley up to Zuberwheeler. Zuberwheeler looking for the drive. And he's fouled.
Looks like the foul will be on number 3. Everett Zimmer. His 3rd, team's 8th. First one was Zuberwheeler is good. And for the Panthers, number 14, Noah Lang. Second for Zuberwheeler is good.
Number 4 for Iowa Grant taking the ball on the floor, guarded by Fitzsimons. Makes it across. Trying to drive in the lane. Spins. Puts the shot up. A little bit too hard. Rebounded by Fitzsimons. Pushed over to Glendenning. Almost out of bounds, but Glendenning recovers the ball. Glendenning for the drive. Gets it up and in. Nice take by Dante Glendenning. Way to see that. Number 4 for Iowa Grant taking the ball down the floor again. Guarded by Fitzsimons once more. Gets it across. Over to number 1. Guarded by Glendenning. Working on the cross the lane. Iowa Grant's going to take the shot. Number 14, no good. Rebound by Zuber. Chucks it all the way down to Glendenning. Doesn't get the rebound back inside, but we're going to get it stolen away by Iowa Grant and a foul. Nice push by the Redbirds to get it down the floor. That was a great look by Zuber.
Foul will be on number 24, Ryder Fitzsimons, his first, team's 7th. Number 5 for Iowa Grant will go to the line. Maddox Fisher for the bonus. First one's good.
Both teams putting up a lot of fouls at the end of this first half. 22 seconds to go. Current score, Darlington 47, Iowa Grant 24.
Second one's good.
Paisley with the throw on the court. Gets its fingertips to Glendenning, almost gets knocked out of bounds, but saved. So we'll be over to Fitzsimons. Misses the first one, gets his own rebound. Second one, no good as well. Rebounded by Iowa Grant. Iowa Grant pushes the ball up the court. Trying to look for one more shot before the clock goes out. Over to number 3. He takes the 3 ball. No good. Rebounded by Fitzsimons. Half court shot, no good.
And that is the end of the first half. Your score currently is Darlington 47, Iowa Grant 25. As halftime starts and continues, there will be some action from the Darlington Pep Band that consists of middle and high schoolers. And we will take a short break.
Tickets for $102. You was number 698889. 698889. On the booth, thank price.
I think so.
A round of applause for the Darlington Middle School and High School band.
And we're back. Thank you to the pep band tonight. That sounded amazing. Iowa Grant inbounding the ball to number 2. Number 2 bringing up the floor for Iowa Grant. Guarded by Paisley. Number 2 spin move over the other side of the court, fakes. Drop down to number 3. Good pass. Rebounded by number 1 and puts it back in. Great ball movement by Iowa Grant to start this half. That's what we like to see. Glendenning into number 5, Zuru Biller. Back over to Glendenning, brings it up the floor. Down to Busher. He's looking to post up in the lane, turns. No good. Over to Guiley. He takes a 3 ball. Off the front of the iron, rebounded by Glendenning. Back up to Guiley. Tries to drive. Kicks it back out to Glendenning on the baseline. Takes the jumper. No good. Rebounded by Busher. Busher with beyond. Turns. Tries to put it up and in. No good. Rebounded by Iowa Grant, number 34. Over to number 4. Taking it up the half for Iowa Grant. Iowa Grant, number 4, hands it off to number 3 at the top of the key. Guarded by Glendenning. Tipped away by Zuberwheeler, going the other way. Met with a little bit of pressure, tries to finish, and does. Lays it up and in. Zeke Zuberwheeler for 2. Number 4 and number 3 back into number 4 for Iowa Grant. Number 4 bringing it up the court. Partially loses it but regains possession. We're going to get a foul here, I believe, against Iowa Grant, number 4.
It will be on number 4. Grant Rickard, his 3rd, team's first. Iowa Grant currently has 3 players with 3 fouls on the court right now.
I think it was a charge hold. Trying to get inside the lane. Zuberwheeler not letting that happen. Paisley with the basketball over to Guiley at the top. Over to Busher. Busher with the basketball. Sees some pressure. Over to Glendenning on the other side, trying to drive the lane. Kicks it over to Paisley. Paisley in the corner, up to Guiley at the top. Back over to Busher in the corner. Takes the 3. No good. Tried to be rebounded by Zuberwheeler, but rebounded by number 34 for Iowa Grant, number 2. Up the floor to number 1. Tipped away by Guiley over to Glendenning. Busher with the open pass. Busher with the layup, and it is good. Good pass by Guiley up to Busher for the layup and in. Number 2 for Iowa Grant over to number 34. Back over to number 4, guarded by Zuberwheeler. Number 4 trying to take it up the court. Sees a little bit of pressure, but handles it. Makes it across. Do some ball handling here. Number 4 trying to get into the lane. Takes it back out up top of the key to number 3. Number 3 down over to number 34 on the arc. He takes his shot. Just rims out. Rebounded by Zuberwheeler. Zuberwheeler with the long ball down to Glendenning. Way too long. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be Iowa Grant basketball. Good look by the Redbirds. Just way too long.
It's always risky chucking the ball down the court.
Yeah, especially with the Iowa Grant pressure right now. That ball might have been tipped either way. Number 4 bringing it up the court for Iowa Grant. Guarded by Zuberwheeler. Makes it across. Looking for the 3-ball shot. Hands off to number 3. Partially loses it, but regains possession. We're going to get a travel call.
Looks like the travel called on number 3, Everett Zimmer. In for the Panthers, number 5, Maddox Fisher.
You see Zimmer going to the bench, one of the top scorers for Iowa Grant. Let's see how they are going to respond for this. Might see him come back in pretty soon. Paisley with the ball, bringing it down the floor. Over to Glendenning on the side. Glendenning up to Zuberwheeler. Over to Paisley on the other side. Busher with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Iowa Grant, taking it down the other side. They tried the long ball pass. It works. Into number 1 for Iowa Grant. Tipped away by Paisley. Rebounded by Busher. Busher bringing it up the floor. Over to Paisley. Paisley with the drive. Kicks it over to number 1, Ted Guiley. He takes the 3-ball shot. No good. Rebounded by Paisley. Throws it back in. Through the hands of Guiley up to Busher. No good. Rebounded by Glendenning. Over to Paisley, down to Guiley. And he finishes with the 2. Nice ball movement by Iowa Grant. Or by Darlington to get multiple possessions out of that. Number 4 for Iowa Grant bringing it down the floor. He gets all the way into the lane. Kicks out to number 34. Takes the 3-ball. No good. Rebounded by Guiley. Looks like it was tipped away. It's going to be Iowa Grant basketball here. Yeah, they're going to say off Guiley, Iowa Grant basketball. Number 4, the inbounder. Tipped away by Broker Busher. He brings it up the lane. And gets it in for 2. A little bit of pressure, but lays it in for 2. Good start by Darlington in the second half. Your current score is Darlington 55, Iowa Grant 27.
Looks like Iowa Grant's having kind of a struggle here in the second half. It also looks like number 3, Everett Zimmer, will come back in for the Panthers.
I think the Panthers would like to get him scoring more. He was one of their lead scorers in their last match against Ithaca.
Everett Zimmer seems like one of their key players, with him scoring many of the Panthers' games tonight, or points tonight, sorry. Broker Busher is currently $14 points away. 14 points out of his 26 to get 1,000 points tonight. He's getting very close. Only needs 12 more points tonight.
See him trying to get some of the 3 balls to go, unable to get them to finish though. Great ball movement by Darlington tonight. A lot of people getting involved in the offense. Like to see some of the bench get more involved when they come in. Iowa Grant with some tough defense as well, making the Birds think more. They're not able to get as many easy shots as before.
I agree. Iowa Grant is closing those open spots and open lanes to force the Redbirds into shooting beyond the arc.
Number 2 over to 34, back to number 2 for Iowa Grant. Number 2 brings it up the floor, guarded by Paisley. Number 2 gets a little bit of a drive, kicks it back out to number 1 outside the arc. Looks in, try to get inside number 34. He does. Spin move, up and in. Nice move by number 34 for Iowa Grant. Trenton Liefelhoff. Darlington on the other end. Broker with the Busher trying to get in the drive. Needs a bunch of pressure and is fouled.
Looks like the foul will be on number 5, Maddox Fisher, his first, team second.
Very fast-paced moving game here. Zuberwiller, the inbounder. Trying to get into Guiley. Goes up to Paisley up top. Over to Busher. Busher trying to drive. We're going to get another foul here. They're really amping up the pressure on Busher. They do not want him to score. He's consistently been one of their top scorers for Darlington.
Looks like a foul will be on number 5 again. His second, team's third.
Zuberwiller, the inbounder. Over to Busher. Busher's going to hand it off to Zuberwiller. Looks for the 3. No. Doesn't take it, though. Gets the top of the key. Takes the 3 up there. It is good. Zeke Zuberwiller with the 3 ball. Way to wait on that. That was a good move by Zeke Zuberwiller. Number 2 for Iowa Grant, bringing it down the floor. Guarded by Paisley. Looks like he's looking for the jumper. Gets down to number 34, guarded by Guiley. Nice move, a little bit too soft. Guarded by Guiley again. Going to get a little bit of pressure here by number 34. And we're going to get a foul.
Foul's number 34. His fourth, team's fourth. Paisley, O'Brien, and Fitzsimons in for the Redbirds. And number 12, Will Fulton in for the Panthers.
Zuberwiller with the inbounder. Oh, they're going to do it again. Looks like a sub wasn't off the court in time. Zuberwiller, the inbounder, over to Fitzsimons. He's bringing it up the floor. Guarded by number 2 from Iowa Grant. Tries to get it down to Busher. Busher trying to post up. Does get it off the glass. Nice move by Broker Busher. Busher really using his length inside tonight. Iowa Grant number 2 bringing it up the floor for them. Nice change of speed for Iowa Grant. This is great ball handling so far. Spin move. Gives it over. Too soft off the front of the rim, but gets his own rebound. Tries to go up again. Turns. No good. Rebounded by Darlington by Zuberweiler. He's pushing up the floor, trying to look to dump it downside, but there's too much defense by Iowa Grant. Bob's into Busher. We're going to get Iowa Grant throwing it back in. It was going to be touched off Iowa Grant, trying to save it. Busher with the rebound. With Zuberweiler down to Busher for the and one.
There'll be a foul on number 5. Maddox Fisher, his third, team's 5th. And for the Panthers, number 4, Grant Rickard.
You see Busher and number 2 for Iowa Grant, Sam Lund. Look like they're kind of exhausted here with all the running up and down they're doing. Big players for both teams. Sam Lund has been one of the main ball handlers along with Grant Rickard for the Iowa Grant Panthers tonight. Doing a great job at that. Number 4 in the lane with the turn and score. Good move by number 4, Grant Rickard. Busher bringing the ball down the floor for the Redbirds. He lobs it down to Zuberweiler. Back to Busher. Goes over his head. Knocked away by Iowa Grant. Recovered by Iowa Grant. Taking it down the floor the other way. Number 4 again with the basketball. Trying to drive inside. Kicks it out to number 1. He takes it down to number 3 on the baseline. Dumps it over to number 12. A little bit away from him, but corrals it. Number 1 outside the arc. Surveying the defense. Number 2 closer to the half-court mark. Number 2 over to number 4. Bounces off his foot partially, I believe. Number 4 trying to drive down in the lane. Guarded by Busher. Tries to go over top of Busher. No good. Gets his own rebound, though. Can't finish, but will draw the foul.
Looks like the foul will be on number 11, Grady O'Brien. His second, team's first.
Current score is Darlington 63, Iowa Grant 31.
Rickard will go to the free throw line.
Iowa Grant already with 5 fouls in this matchup in the second half.
First one, no good.
That might be troublesome, as we already know that number 34, Triton Leifel-Haas, is in foul trouble with 4 fouls, so I don't know if we'll see him come back real soon.
Second one is good.
Fitzsimons into Paisley. Down to O'Brien, over to Zuberweiler. Lobs it over to Busher. Busher for the easy 2. Nice ball move by Iowa Grant. Busher was wide open for that easy bucket. Number 2 bringing it up the floor for Iowa Grant. Over to number 4, guarded by O'Brien. Number 4 hands it off to number 1. Pressure by Zuberweiler. Number 1 tries to drive the lane. Good dump down to number 3. Met with tall defenders by Darlington. Tipped away by O'Brien. Over to Zuberweiler. Zuberweiler with the finish. Iowa Grant already pushing the ball back down the floor by number 4. Again, such a fast-paced moving game. Number 4 trying to drive underneath. We're going to get a foul, though, before he can finish the shot.
Looks like the foul is number 11, Grady O'Brien. His third, team second.
Nice way to draw the foul there by number 4. Good take by him.
Number 34 back in for the Panthers.
4 is going to be our inbounder over to 14, I believe. Over to number 3 across the arc, over back to number 4. 4 got over by O'Brien. Tipped away by O'Brien. Zuberweiler up to Busher. He lays it in for 2 with the floater. Busher hungry for that 1,000 points tonight. He wants to make that milestone on his home court.
He's only 6 points away.
Number 2 guarded by Paisley. Good pressure by Paisley. It's going to be Paxton Paisley. He's going to draw the foul, though, on number 2. Your current score, Darlington 69, Iowa Grant 32. 34 for Iowa Grant did come back in, though, and watch for him to be in foul trouble. I believe he's got 4 right now. Number 4, the ball handler, trying to drive inside the lane. Dumps it over number 3, over his head, but corralled by number 14 in the corner. Guarded by Zuberweiler. He tries to drive over to number 4, takes the 3 ball. No good, off the front of the iron. Rebounded by O'Brien, a little bit of pressure. O'Brien trying to dump it over to Fitzsimons. Fitzsimons in the corner. Over top to Paisley. Down to O'Brien. Back up to Fitzsimons. Over to O'Brien again. Up at the top to Paisley again. I believe Broker Busher right now is trying to be face guarded by someone by Iowa Grant. We got a jump ball. It's going going to be O'Brien and Rickard fighting over the ball. It's going to go Darlington possession. But I believe in that last play, they're trying to face guard Busher right now. Busher's going to be our inbounder. Into O'Brien. Back over to Busher. He's going to take the shot. Three ball by Broker Busher. And that's going to hit his 1,000-point mark for Broker Busher with that 3-point.
I believe we were off by a little bit. He only needed 23, which he just got.
You see 1,000 points everywhere. Big banner. Congratulations to Broker Busher. That's a huge milestone in his career. Only a junior. Good work by our media team to have this replay going on the screen. All his nice shots.
Shout out to our cheerleaders and fans tonight for bringing the Redbird pride.
They're chanting, "Let's go Broker." You see the giant banner at the top of the stands right now. Hashtag 1,000 points, Broker Busher. It's really amazing. One last time, congratulations to Broker Busher on his fantastic performance. I believe we're going to get things back underway.
Coming out of the timeout will be Iowa Grant ball.
Busher really stepping up this year for the Redbirds. One of their main scorers.
I agree. On the other side, number 3, Everett Zimmer, currently has most of Iowa Grant's points, but also has 3 fouls, so he'll have to play it safe some here.
Number 4 with the basketball for Iowa Grant, guarded by O'Brien. 4 down to 14. Guarded by Zulu. Back over to number 4. Tries to dump it inside. Bounces off his foot. Loose ball. A little bit of fighting over. We're going to get about a bunch of pile up on the ground. It's going to end up in a jump ball. Iowa Grant basketball. I believe number 4, the inbounder here. Over to number 3. Takes the 3 ball over Fitzsimons. No good. Tipped away by Darlington. Rebounded by Iowa Grant. Rebounded again by Iowa Grant. Number 3. Try to get number 4. Over to 34. Tipped away by Busher. It's going to be out of bounds. Still stays with Iowa Grant. Iowa Grant bringing the ball in. Number 14 with it. Up to number 4. Guarded by O'Brien. Number 4 trying to clear out something. I think they're going to try and set something up here. Or he's looking for a shot. Number 4 trying to get some help. It's going to be a dead ball. Tipped away by Busher. Tipped away again by Busher. We're going to have some people on the ground. Over to Zuberbeeler. Zuberbeeler's going to go up. Can't finish, but is fouled. Good defense by the Redbirds. Not letting Iowa Grant get a shot there.
Looks like the foul will be on number 4, Grant Rickard, his 4th, team 6th. Number 5, Zeke Zuberbeeler to the line. First one, no good. In for the Panthers, number 12, and number 1. Second one is good. In for the Redbirds, number 10, Michael Larson.
A little confusing by the Iowa Grant players, but number 4 is going to be taken out of bounds. Redbirds not bringing on the pressure until they get across half court. Number 4 with the basketball. Dumping it down to 12. Gets some pressure. He corrals it. Over to number 3. Drives baseline. Over to number 1. Over to 34 on the rim. Takes the 3 ball. And it is good. Number 34. Trenton Lethal Halt with the 3 ball. Redbirds bringing it down. Paisley with the thing. Kind of throws it away. Thought someone was there. Busher recovers it over half court. Down to O'Brien. O'Brien across to Larson. Larson with the drive. He's going to get the soft shot. No good. Rebounded by Paisley. Paisley up. Can't finish, but gets the foul.
Looks like foul will be on number 34, Treating Lovelholtz. I believe that will be his 5th, so he will be taken out of the game.
Paxton Paisley, shooter.
He had 7 minutes to go left in this ball game. Let's see how Iowa Grant responds to this. He was one of their main inside players.
Paxton Paisley to the free throw line, number 2 for Iowa Grant. Sam Lundell coming in. First one, no good. And in for the Redbirds, number 4, Nolan Carpenter. It would be his first look tonight.
Again about Lethal Holtz, he had a great night. His last position, I believe he had that 3 ball.
Second one is good for Paisley.
Great defender for Iowa Grant. Number 4 taking up the floor for Iowa Grant. There was some pressure by O'Brien. In the lane, tipped away, but they're going to call a foul, I believe, on O'Brien.
It will be on O'Brien. That will be his 4th, team's 4th. Number 4, Grant Rickard, your shooter.
We're going to look for some substitution coming off the Darlington bench here in a few seconds.
First one, no good. Looks like number 34, Blaze White, coming in for the Redbirds. Another first look.
He replaces Paxton Paisley. Your current score, Darlington 74, Iowa Grant 35.
Second one is good.
There's about 5 minutes left in this game. Iowa Grant with 7 fouls, Darlington with 4 in this half. Darlington is in bonus. Dylan Carpenter down to Larson. Good pass by Blaze White over to Larson for the score. Good ball movement, fresh off the bench. Very impressive. Number 2 for Iowa Grant bringing down the floor. Up to number 3 with the 3 ball. No good, rebounded by O'Brien. We're going to get a foul against Iowa Grant.
Looks like fouls will be on number 4, Grant Rickard. That will be his 5th, team's 8th, so he'll be taken out of the ball game.
Another huge player for Iowa Grant tonight. Did most of the ball handling and handled it well.
Looks like number 14 will come in for Iowa Grant. And number 11, Miles Pettit.
Looks like we're going to have some more substitution off the Darlington bench.
O'Brien, the shooter.
Looks like he's going to have to shoot this first one before they'll let the subs come in. No good by O'Brien, rebounded by number 1 for Iowa Grant. He brings it up the floor. Number 1 with the drive. Goes up, no good. O'Brien with the rebound, gets it tipped away, corrals it. All the way over to Carpenter. Down to White on the corner, he shoots the ball. No good, rebounded by number 14 for Iowa Grant. Number 2 bringing it down the floor for Iowa Grant. Spin move, faces up. Good shot in by number 2. Nice move by Sam Lund to get the score. Larson over to O'Brien. Down to Fitzsimons. No good. Rebounded by number 1. Number 1 driving the lane. Spin move up and in. Nice move. Number 1 laying and freezing.
Looks like Wolf Miriam will come in for the Redbirds. And number 20 in for the Panthers. And number 11.
Still 3 minutes to go in your ball games. Current score, Darlington 76, Iowa Grant 40. Iowa Grant with 8 fouls, Darlington with 4. Darlington still in bonus. Larson taking the ball up the floor. Down to Carpenter in the corner. Up to White. Over to Merriam. Larson in the corner. Dumped it into Wolf. Wolf with the post-up move. Good face-up. And scores. Good move by Vander Wolf to get that score and fresh off the bench. I believe that is his first varsity points. Very impressive. Number 20 for Iowa Grant dipping it over to number 14. He drives. Turns. Going to be a shot in the corner. Rebounded by Carpenter. Carpenter pushes up the other way. Try to get to Larson, but there's defense. Over to Merriam. Merriam over to White. Partially picked off, but White corrals it. Larson driving lane. Good drive. Floater over. Floater up and in for Michael Larson. And we're going to get a timeout here by Darlington, I believe, for subs.
Looks like number 14, Garrett Paulson will come in at number 32, Oscar Garnica. And number 44, Yexon Makata.
All Darlington players getting some action tonight, along with Iowa Grant. This has been a competitive game by both teams. Still 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Number 0 bringing up the floor for Iowa Grant. He's going to drive. Tries to float over and in. Too strong. Too soft. Rebound by Wolf. Stripped away by number 12. He's going to put it up and in. Merriam over to Paulson. Paulson brings it down the floor. Looking to shoot. Doesn't. Sees a little bit of pressure. Over to 44. Gets it partially tipped away. Corrals it. Getting it pushed a little. Almost taken away. Might get a jump ball here. And we will. Possession going to Darlington way. I believe there was some confusion. I think they might believe it's Iowa Grant's ball.
The ball goes to the Redbirds.
Does end up being Redbirds' ball. .44 for Darlington and trying to get it into Paulson. Gets it into Paulson. Looking to drive. Tipped away by number 11 for Iowa Grant. Good defense by Iowa Grant. Paulson's going to be our inbounder. Trying to get down to Wolf. Good post up for him by Evander Wolf. Trying to work on it inside. Over to Paulson. Partially stripped away. And we're going to get a foul here called on number 11 for Iowa Grant.
Foul will be on number 11, Miles Pettit. His first, team's 9th.
We're going to get Paulson to the free throw line and a substitution for Iowa Grant.
Number 35, Daniel Baker, comes in the game.
Clock's still running. First shot by Paulson. No good. Rebounded by Iowa Grant. They're going to bring it up the other way. Number 0 with the ball. Tries to drive. Has open lane. Nice finish by number 0 for Iowa Grant. Tyler Schultz. I believe his first points of the game. Merriam bringing it down the floor. Merriam. Over to Paulson. Paulson with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Iowa Grant. Whole Darlington bench up for that shot. They were very excited about that. Number 0 bringing it down. Over to number 11 in the corner. He takes the 3 ball. Off the side of the iron. Rebounded by Merriam. Merriam over to Evander Wolf. Wolf's bringing it down. Sees a little bit of pressure. Back to Merriam. Merriam's just going to dribble this one out. And that's your game, folks. Final score, Darlington 80, Iowa Grant 44. Good action by both teams. Very competitive matchup all the way throughout.
I agree. Key players for Darlington was Broker Busher and Zeke Zuberbeeler, and some key players for Iowa Grant, Everett Zimmer and Sam Lundell. Both had a fantastic night.
Again, congratulations to Broker Busher on his 1,000 points. And that is your ball game, folks. I'm Allie Andrews.
And I'm Abby Davis.
And we're signing off. Thank you.